Movie Reviews back again, people, and I'm coming with my next crime movie thriller. Next movie I'm going to talk about is a small little 1992 crime drama called One False Move. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have that on DVD. It is available on Amazon. I'm going to buy it. I have it on VHS tape, but it's like on a tape with other movies. So you guys are just going to have to look it up. It stars Bill Paxton, directed by Carl Franklin, and Billy Bob Thornton co-stars in this film, and he wrote it. This is a fantastic little-known thriller from, like I said, 1992. One False Move tells the story of Bill Paxton. He's a small-town police officer in Texas, and there are two killers played by Billy Bob Thornton and Michael Beach, and also the actress Cindy Williams. Did a lot of Spike Lee movies back in the day. They're responsible for like a quadruple, I don't know what 6 people is, but 6 people got murdered in a really brutal opening scene that opens the movie. It's a really tough scene, and basically these guys are killers, drug dealers, and they go around ripping off other drug dealers and selling the drugs. And basically 2 detectives have been brought in from Los Angeles to track these guys down, and they're tracking them down to Texas, where the third culprit, Fantasia, is from. And also Bill Paxton knows her from the past, and he lives in Texas too. And basically, the LA detectives come in, they meet up with Bill Paxton, and they're trying to find these 3 killers. And that's the story of One False Move. Carl Franklin, who directed this, also directed a little-known gem by Denzel Washington called Devil in a Blue Dress, a fantastic movie. Also, this is such a well-done thriller. It is so tightly woven. Again, this is a character piece. And I tell you right now, I think this is one of Bill Paxton's most finest. I mean, yeah, we remember Bill Paxton from Aliens and Weird Science, but this is a very good piece of dramatic acting from Bill Paxton. You know, he's fun. He's a very sweet man in this film, and everybody is they play their characters. These really feel like real people. You know, when you meet Bill Paxton's character, you're like, man, this is like just like a regular down good old boy, you know. And he's a very sweet man. He's kind of not really aware of what he's getting his head what he's getting into when he meets up with these 2 detectives from LA trying to track these killers. And let me tell you, Billy Bob Thornton and Michael Beach play 2 of the scariest villains I've seen in a crime picture. I mean, Michael Beach is terrifying. He's absolutely terrifying. Completely psychopathic blank slate. No laughing and cackling like Jack Nicholson the Joker. He is blank, and he is cold, and he is lethal. There's one murder in particular that opens a picture that I'm not even gonna tell y'all about it who haven't seen it, but it's a very tough. This movie's tough. It's very hardcore. Also, one of the things about this movie that I like is how really explains a lot about kind of race relations, you know what I mean? And Billy Bob Thornton, I think, is from Texas in real life, so he really underlies the script with the racial tension. There's 2 scenes I really like in particular. There's one scene where Bill Paxton invites the LA detectives over to his house, and one detective is black, the other detective is white. And you know, Bill Paxton is kind of talking about the 2 killers and stuff, and he goes, well, I tell you, when we find that white trash and them 2 niggers, and then, you know, he forgets that the black detective is at the table, and it's not Bill Paxton's character is not doing it because he's racist, but that's the way he was raised. That's the way he talks. Fantastic scene. He means no ill will. I also left that out too. I'm sorry. The character of Fantasia, who's Billy Bob's girlfriend in the movie, she's black or biracial. You find out some stuff later on in the story towards that. But I really like how that underlying kind of race relations, racial tension is in the script. The second scene that I was referring to is where, actually, I'm not even going to tell you the second one because it reveals a little bit too much for you guys that haven't seen it. But this is the characters are so fleshed out. The acting is phenomenal. Billy Bob Thornton is like the Tasmanian devil in this movie, man. He's just a cokehead psychopath, man. It's fantastic. Billy Bob really commits to his roles, man. I love when he played roles back in this day too, because he really played up that whole redneck thing. You know, really good stuff. And it's just a well-written movie. It's tightly woven. You know, it moves at a brisk pace. Something is always happening. It switches back and forth between the detectives, and it switches back to the killers. There's something always happening with the killers. There's always something happening with detectives. The story is always moving forward. I really love this movie. You guys, please check out One False Move. It is very hardcore. It's a tough sit, but you know, it's that rare occasion where you see like kind of a crime thriller that makes you feel